Hey everybody, this is Akira Pinball. I've been working on this for about 9 months now. Kind of in the couple of hours between getting the kids to bed and passing out. I started with the cabinet build and then started building out the electronics in the lower third and kind of went from there. I'm a big fan of the film and the manga, and so I knew from the get-go that I wanted to have a big screen in there to show off clips from the movie. And so to fit that in the screen, I put in some stern speaker plates at the bottom, but I rotated them 90 degrees to make room for the screen to be more at the player eye level. Which left a really small space in between them where the standard display might go. So I actually stuck an infinity mirror in there. You'll see that when attract mode starts. And then in the space above, I made a 3D printed marquee of the logo that I'll have backlit at some point. The back glass itself isn't going to be clear. I'll fill it in with some art at some point, but it works for now as a stand-in. I have 3 ramps currently. I've got this kind of funky Skylab horseshoe Newton ball thing. This building here is a sculpt of one of the main buildings from the movie that hides a VUC that has a front entrance for the scoop and then a back entrance that enters via a subway. I've got a sculpt of Kaneda's bike here in the shooter lane, so the ball launches out there. Down here, I've got a magnet that works like the ball save from GoldenEye, so it's like a fling kind of thing between the flippers. There is an left out lane kickback, and then right here in the center is this mirrored cover that hides a lower playfield. And it actually is an infinity mirror too. When the lights inside aren't on, it just functions purely as a mirror. But then when I illuminate it, when the mode that uses it is active, it reveals the whole inside, which looks kind of cool. And so I will boot it up and show you what the software looks like so far. So you can see the infinity mirror inside is a figure of Kaneda on his motorcycle, and the lights inside are interactive with the game. The standard mode here that's playing now is supposed to look like street lights passing him as he's driving down the highway. You can see here in the lower playfield, I've got some dim lights that don't really show off the inside yet, but I just wanted to have something during attract mode. And I've got some NeoSeg displays up through the center that shine through the mirror and display score and stuff. So if I hit start, I start a game, and I have a character select built in. I want to be able to play as the 2 main characters from the story, Tetsuo and Kaneda. And they're each going to have different modes, different abilities. Kaneda is the guy who rides the motorcycle and uses a bunch of different gadgets and weapons, so everything with him is going to be something mechanical related on the playfield. Tetsuo is the guy who gets some crazy psychic powers, and everything for him is going to be magnetic to sort of show that. So his ball save is going to be that magnetic one down here. Kaneda's ball save is going to be the outlane kickback. And so you can see, even when I don't have the lower playfield illuminated, my display comes right through. Looks kind of cool. I've got the back box change in depending on which character is selected. So if I go ahead and hit start, I'll start a game. Having a little fast, but it kicks the ball out. As you can see, it goes right through the sculpt on the bottom here, and the main mode starts. You can see I've got the score showing through the bottom playfield here. Here is a demo of the magnetic ball save, kind of cool. Here's a ramp. All right, here's another ramp. All right, and then this ramp here actually goes around the back into a subway under the playfield. It comes out the butt. It's kind of fun. And then here's a quick little demo of how the lower playfield works. I'll have to show it probably a couple of times because it's a timed mode. But when I activate the mode, it reveals the lower playfield, the whole thing, with some light bars that I put in. And it's an infinity mirror too. And you can see that there's a ball on a circular track that sits down at the bottom here. I've got a hand-wound coil and kind of a custom track here. The idea was I wanted something that was kind of like the supercharger from High Speed, but like a little bit more interactive. So I have a coil down there that goes under player control. When this mode activates, we disable the flippers and the buttons directly control the coil. You have to get the timing just right, and it's kind of hard when you're holding a phone. But the idea is to get as many loops around as you can before the time goes out. I'm working on making this a little bit faster to get around, but the idea is that it's going to be used for any mode to signify like charging something up or revving a motorcycle or something along those lines. Here's the Newton ball thing. This was taken right from Skylab. I want to be able to use this as something to pick direction in different modes, kind of like the truck in Jurassic Park, but it just loops back and forth. It's kind of a kinetic effect for when you miss the center ramp. I will explain what this does in another video. That's the main mech of the game. It's a ball lock that rises from the play field. But yeah, so far I have everything coded up. I need to work on getting some more shots in the game. I have some spinners I want to put in. I have some pops I want to squeeze in somewhere, and maybe even some drop targets. Right now I have kind of the base mode coded up, the cryo mode I mentioned, some light shows. I have bonus, here's a ball drain. Launching for a new ball. And a game over. I'm gonna play now. And then we start back up in attract mode. So this is Akira Pinball. This is where I'm at. Thanks for taking a look.